Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Eugene and the campus of North Eugene High School. Tonight we get ready to bring you Roseburg High School boys basketball on the score. It's the final non-conference game of the regular season for the Roseburg Indians, and they will look to see if they can try to pull off a big upset here tonight as they take on the North Eugene Highlanders out of the 5A Midwestern League. Roseburg coming in on a tough start to the season. At 0-11 is the longest losing streak for the program since they finished the 2019-2020 season with 11 straight losses. On the other side, North Eugene is 11-1 to start out the year, one of the top-ranked teams in the 5A classification, and they are looking to try and continue their march towards a successful season at the 5A level in the Midwestern League, looking to try and be one of the top teams when it's all said and done. Well, Roseburg has had a tough non-conference schedule, and it wraps up tonight with another big one here at North Eugene High School. Good evening, everybody. Joey Keeran, great to be with you once again as we get to bring you Roseburg High School basketball here on The Score. We have got the opportunity tonight to head to Eugene, and I'll take in the sights and sounds from a brand new gymnasium. North Eugene recently renovating the high school. Not just renovating, they tore down the old one and built a whole brand new one. And this will be the first time that Roseburg has played in the new gym. First time I've gotten a chance to be here for the new gym. We've been up here for football. We've been up here for baseball, for during the summer with Docs, but haven't been inside the new gym until tonight. And let me tell you, it's not too shabby of a facility. Now, we do get an interesting angle for those that might be tuning in to join us on our live video simulcast tonight. Sitting courtside in one of the corners, tucked away over here. So we'll get you a little bit different perspective of the game tonight as we bring you Roseburg High School basketball. The Indians coming off of a tough one in their last game. They fell to Reynolds 106-73. One of the highest scoring games that Roseburg has had against them through the years. Last time Roseburg allowed over triple digits, it was against South Medford back in 2023, 111 points for the Panthers. The 106-73 victory by the Reynolds Raiders was a big one, and it was keyed by a freshman who scores 53 points, Jordan Smith, in that one. There was reports online that he had 55. I had him at 53. Roseburg's home book had him at 53, so I'm going with 53 as his point total. But he was right there around the state record for a freshman as he had a big night. Roseburg fell behind early 31-18 in the first quarter and just kept falling behind as the game goes on. In that one, though, Harrison Scott had a 31-point game, a season high. I believe it's a career high for him. Hopefully that is something that he can continue to carry as we get into tonight's matchup. Roseburg will look to increase on the defensive side of the ball as they take on the Highlanders tonight. That is something we will be talking with when we speak with head coach Brett Nixon coming up in our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Meanwhile, the North Eugene Highlanders coming off of an 81-78 victory over Caldera on Friday last week. Second win over the Caldera squad this season. North Eugene led by 5 at halftime. Caldera cut it down to a 1-point game after 3 quarters, but North Eugene able to pull away for the 3-point win in the fourth quarter. Roseburg and North Eugene getting ready to square off last season. North Eugene got an 87-66 win over Roseburg in a game that was played at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium down in Roseburg. Tonight, the Roseburg girls are hosting North Eugene for their final non-conference game of the regular season. We're going to go ahead and step away here as we bring you tonight's matchup between Roseburg and North Eugene. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. And don't forget, tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can head to YouTube, hit the subscribe button on our channel. Make sure you hit the little bell notification icon, and then you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports here on The Score and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we have a word with head coach Brett Nixon as we get ready for tip-off tonight between the Indians and the Highlanders here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's time for Roseburg basketball on the road against North Eugene tonight. We've got the action for you here on The Score and streaming with our video stream online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Joining us here in the pregame show, we get a chance to catch up with head coach Brett Nixon. It's our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Coach, I know a tough one last time out. We were back at home earlier this, or I guess the tail end of last week, as we get back into a regular rhythm now that the holiday break is moving on. It was a tough one. We talked about defense afterwards. Obviously, 106 points is not what you want to see anytime you get out there in a high school basketball game. How do you feel like the guys have responded to the message of trying to step it up on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, we really kind of worked on that in practice. Kind of increasing the tempo in practice as well, and I think they're kind of seeing that they can play a better defense, and we can hopefully end up with a better result.
I know the non-conference portion of the season, it's a lot of time the opportunity to be able to work on some things, try and get things all kind of in a situated manner before you guys get into Southwest Conference play. How do you feel like maybe rotations, starting lineups? I know we saw a little bit of a tweak to that last time out. You feel like things are set, or is there still a lot of tweaking that you're looking to do or feel like you have to do?
It's not a lot of tweaking. I just think with this group that we have, there's not a defined line where I'm looking at 5 or 6 kids. I think on any given night, the dynamic can be different. So just kind of looking to get a feel of the game to figure out who's producing best at the game. Because we've had games where, a guy that we normally go to lean on can't hit a bucket, but we have a guy that normally doesn't score, and he's dropping 14 to 16 points. So just kind of getting a feel of the game and kind of figuring how each is going to work with each other.
We talked a little bit in the post game after the game against Reynolds about the offense. Obviously, you put up a season high. Was that more just a product of that game, trying to keep pace with Reynolds as they were going up and down the floor a lot, so it led to a higher scoring game? Or did you see something with the offense that you liked from those guys that you guys were able to kind of translate and hopefully be able to carry going forward?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. When you have that tempo of a game, you're going to get up that many more shots. And so the good thing was that we had some of those shots falling. Mm-hmm. So that was the silver lining from that game is, the kids would go, hey, coach, we scored 73 points. Like, yeah, now is we got to clamp down that defense because we're going to win a lot of games if we score 70 points, but we've got to hold them to obviously below that, well below what we had against Reynolds.
Tonight, you guys get a chance to go on the road, play on this in this beautiful facility here, the new high school at North Eugene, and it's a team that was young last year when Roseburg saw them, and I know you were there for that under Coach Humphreys a year ago. Now you guys get a chance to meet them here, and they look like a team that is growing up and is continuing to get strong. They have a good record, and they seem to be one of the top teams in Class 5A this year. What do you think about this North Eugene squad you guys are going to be squaring off with here tonight?
Oh, yeah, no, they've definitely came into their own from last year. Performing really well. Yeah, ranked, I think, number 2 at the 5A level currently. Only one loss on the year. Yeah, they're a good ball club, and so we're going to have to have an exceptional game and play really well together, especially on that defensive end. We're going to try to throw in some wrinkles here tonight to see if maybe we can't maybe catch them off guard a little bit, and then try to control the tempo of the game. We can't get into a run and shoot. And try, because we got to control the tempo so we control the game and get up the shots we want to get up.
You know, and as we wrap up this non-conference portion of the schedule, how do you feel about kind of the teams you guys have faced, getting you prepared for what you're going to see in the Southwest Conference this year? I've been here now. I know going into this one, done some scouting on North Eugene. They look good. We saw what we saw from Reynolds there. They have some really top-notch talent. You feel like you guys have faced some pretty quality squads through this non-conference portion?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, this has definitely been one of those pre-seasons that if you're going to have success in league, this was the preseason, the games you'd want to have, because they tested us through and through every game. And looking at league play, there's teams we can beat, and I think the adversity we've seen in the first 11 to 12 games is really going to benefit us in the later part of the year, because we've already seen that, we've already been through that, and we can hopefully overcome that and get some wins.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time and all the insight, and best of luck out there tonight.
All right, thanks, Ray.
And that is head coach Brett Nixon in his first year leading this Roseburg club. Great to get a chance to catch up with him on the Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 672-7122. 673-7122. I knew that didn't quite feel right there. We're going to have a look at your starting lineups coming up here in just a minute as Roseburg and North Eugene get ready to square off here at North Eugene High School. It's the final game of the regular season in the non-conference portion. Up next for Roseburg, they start out league play at home against Willamette. Coming up later this week, a quick programming note. They have moved Friday's game to Thursday this week against Willamette. So we will be back on the airwaves after tonight's game again on Thursday when Roseburg hosts Willamette to begin Southwest Conference play. We'll take our final timeout, and we will come back with a look at your starting lineups here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here at North Eugene High School, where we get to introduce our starting lineups tonight. We'll start off for the Roseburg Indians. Your starting five, as we were told. Let's see here. Looks like they're going to stick with it. Harrison Scott, a senior starting, 6-foot guard, averaging 16.9 points a game, along with Jaden Kemmerly, a senior at 6'2", averaging 9 points a game. Trey Brown is a senior at 5'11", averaging just under a point per game. Preston Sprague, the junior big man at 6'5", averaging 8.4 a game. And rounding things out, it's Gannon Egbert, the junior at 6'3", averaging 2.6 a game, led by head coach Brett Nixon in his first year. Taking a look now at your starting lineup for the home team tonight here, the North Eugene Highlanders. For head coach Blake G in his 7th season. A guard, a junior at 6 feet tall, Grant Harris, averaging 3.1 a game. Day Ireland's a junior guard at 5'11", averaging 7.3. A senior guard, 6'1", averaging 1.4 a game. That's Dallin Morgan. An honorable mention all-league selection last year as a freshman, Damon Keith, a sophomore at 6'5", a guard, averaging 14 points a game, will get the start tonight. And rounding it out, it's a junior, Chris Ramirez, a junior guard at 6 feet tall, averaging 3.3 a game. They've got a couple of all-leaguers that are not getting the start tonight. Not sure if they'll be available or not. First-team all-leaguer Jordan Gray, averaging 24 a game, coming off of a 30-point game in that win against Caldera. He's not in the starting lineup. Neither is Zach Fisher, a 6'6" forward, senior, who was an honorable mention selection last year. And then Jaden Robinson, a second-team all-league junior or senior. He is not in the starting lineup tonight either. We get ready for the opening tip. Before we get going, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Well, they get ready for the opening toss. North Eugene will be in the white, Roseburg in the road blacks, and they will actually win the tip, and they'll be moving away from us here in the corner. That would be pretty much right to left on your radio dial on the far side of the floor. Out to the top, Egbert gets it to Scott. They work it around the perimeter to the left side. Brown into the corner on the left side for Scott. He drives in, skip pass along the baseline into the far corner to Kemmerly. Entry pass trying to get it to Egbert. It's tipped away. Up the floor comes North Eugene. Euro step through the traffic. Damon Keith will get the first 2 points of the game, and North Eugene is on top 2-0. They get the first bucket here tonight. Trapping on the far sideline, bounce it underneath to Kemmerly. Ball tipped away. Kemmerly trapped, but he finds a cutter underneath. Whistle. It was Trey Brown cutting to the basket. They will call a foul. This goes against Dallin Morgan, who will pick up his first. It's the first whistle of the night. That'll put Trey Brown at the free throw line. His first free throw rattles off the left side. No good. Trey Brown just 0.9 points per game. He's coming off of not scoring in his last game. He's got a season high of 5. He gets 1 out of 2. And Roseburg's on the board at 2-1. Our score here early going in the contest. Opening minute of the game. Here in front of us, angled to the far side, Day Ireland, the quarterback on the football team. He's orchestrating things on the offense here for the basketball team. He gives it up, a 3 off the mark for North Eugene, and Roseburg gets the rebound. 1-shot opportunity, nice extra pass, and Egbert gets free for a 2 off the glass. And Roseburg will take the lead 3-2. First lead of the night for the Indians. 3 from the near corner, trying to get it back off the mark for Morgan. Rebound tipped around. Ireland gets it. A runner, no good. Sprague gets the rebound underneath. quickly gets it to Harrison Scott. Up the floor goes Scott. He gives it away to Brown. He launches a three, too strong. Looked a bit on target, but it's a bit off the mark. Out at the top, Morgan gives it up between the circles. Harris, pass away left side. They get it into the far corner for Ramirez. His pass tipped, but tracking it back down is Harris. Into the near corner, bounce pass for Ireland. He'll send it back out to the top as they'll reset. 15 on the shot clock. Ireland launches a three, too much, and it is pulled down by Scott. Another defensive stop for the Indians. Scott will race it up the floor on the left side, pulls up for the mid-range jumper. It's flat, rolls off the iron, and it's pulled down. Cherry picking up the floor, and an easy lay-in for Dallin Morgan will put North Eugene back in front. 4-3 their score, 5:39 to go, first quarter. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt by North Eugene. Roseburg, no problem breaking it. It's Brown into the front court, gives it away left side at the wing for Scott. Scott dribbling, working one-on-one against Morgan, gives it away, pass right side. Sprague had it tipped. It was Morgan that got a hand on it, tips it into the North Eugene bench. 5:12 to go. And they might be working on the shot clock here. That didn't need to reset, but it did. The ball tipped out. It'll stay with Roseburg. While we've got a break in the action, let you know tonight's game has been brought to you by Southern Septic Service, your starting lineup sponsors. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service, woman and veteran owned, and a proud supporter of our local youth sports. I've got the shot clock set at 18 seconds. Not sure if that's what they would like it to be. One of the officials for our crew tonight over at the scorer's table still working on it. Now they might have the problem, might be the game clock. There they go, 5:15 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock. And it does appear that's where they're going to leave it. Inbound for Roseburg. It'll be Brown with it out at the top. Gives it away left side, Kemmerly. Scott, a deep three. He launches. It's short. He hit 7 3-pointers in the last game for Roseburg. Couldn't get that one to go. 4-3 our score. North Eugene in front. A three on the other side, no. Ball tipped around, and offensive board putback for Grant Harris extends things for North Eugene. They lead it 6-3, their largest lead of the game at 3. Driving right side, had his shot redirected. Out of bounds on the shot by Trey Brown, who is getting some early run here tonight. And once again, we will have a shot clock issue. The ball did not hit the rim and was redirected out of bounds. It stays with Roseburg. They'll reset the shot clock to 26. Brown will initiate the offense from the baseline. Skip pass out to the top. Bounces its way out to Egbert. He tries to drive. Gives it up to the top. Find the cutter, but the defense collapses on Scott. He draws it back out and pulls up for the mid-range jumper from just inside the free throw line. And Harrison Scott will make it back to a one-point game. 6-5 our score. Angle to the far side of the floor, back to the right wing. Ireland driving, his pass goes off the hands of two teammates and out of bounds. And North Eugene a little sloppy with the basketball. That ball went to one player off the pass from Day Ireland. I think the first player wasn't expecting it. Then it ricocheted off of another player's hands and into the Roseburg bench. Indians get the takeaway on the turnover by the Highlanders. Driving left hand, Scott, the lefty, sends it back out to the top with a hook pass to Brown. Brown's pass went off the back of Day Ireland. Turnaround three-pointer from the corner, no good for Scott. Outlet pass up the floor is ripped away by Sprague. He gets it to a teammate up the floor quickly for Roseburg. The ball is loose and it ends up in the hands of Harrison Scott, who gets a reverse lay-in for two, and Roseburg's back in front. It's 7-6, a one-point lead for the Indians with 3:40 to go. Three from the near corner. Too long off the back iron, and the rebound on the weak side pulled away by Kemmerly. And Roseburg sticking with North Eugene here early on. Good showing early for the Indians. Brown gets it on the left side, well beyond the arc. Push pass across with one hand. Gets it to Egbert. Egbert dishes out to the left side. Scott, he has four but can't get the three. And the rebound pulled down Up the floor we go. Shot redirected out of bounds by Scott. It'll stay with North Eugene as Harrison Scott gets a hand on that one and sends it out of bounds with 3:14 to go here in the first quarter. We get some substitutions, and some guys that I expected we'd see tonight will come into the game. Zach Fisher is in, so is Jordan Gray. And also in comes Jaden Robinson. All three of those are returning all-league selections from a year ago. 7-6 is our score. Inbound goes right into the middle to Zach Fisher, and he muscles his way to the backboard and lays it in. And he will give North Eugene the lead back at 8-7. Comes in and makes an early impression. Egbert on the right side, turns, spins, drives, had it stripped out of his hands at the baseline, knocked out by North Eugene. So Zach Fisher checks in. He's 6'6", averaging 9.2 a game. Jordan Gray came in. He's averaging 24. He's a 6'4" senior. And then you also had Jaden Robinson, who's averaging 9.3 a game, that just checked in at 6'3". So some good size and good scoring coming into this game for North Eugene. Roseburg, empty possession down the floor, driving in the lane, pull-up, jumper, rattles around and falls in for Jordan Gray. And now North Eugene starting to look a little bit more fluid on the offensive side. 10-7 our score, 3-point lead. Matching the largest of the game for North Eugene. Kemmerly will launch a left side three. It rolls off and the rebound pulled down. That's that is not Lusher. Instead, that is Damon Keith. And Keith weaving his way through traffic, goes all the way to the rim, lays it in, and makes it a 5-point game. Roseburg's defense having some issues with the new players. And Keith was a starter, but he looked dominant on that possession. Now answering on the other side, a left wing three. Harrison Scott gets his first three of the night, and that helps stem the tide there a bit for the Tribe and gets them back within two, 12-10. Left corner, I heave it out to the top. Into the far right corner, a three, too long. Weak side rebound pulled down by Robinson, and Robinson had it knocked out of his hands, off his leg, out of bounds. After the three from the far side by Damon Keith was off the mark. Roseburg will have some substitutions in. Marcus Lobo checks into the game. So does Tristan Frabel. As both Egbert and Brown will go to the bench. Through the center circle, Frabel gives it away left side to Lobo to the top. Sprague sends it into the right corner for Kemmerly. Kemmerly looked for the pick and roll with Sprague, but Sprague wasn't looking for it. Takeaway, Ireland, Euro step, and he gets right to the front of the rim, and Day Ireland will have his first points of the night. Back out to a 4-point lead. Roseburg, quick trigger on the other side. It rims off. Rebound pulled down by North Eugene. Going from the far side, double clutched in the air, got stuck up in the air, and the shot off the mark, pulled down by Sprague, but he tried to get an outlet pass as he was getting harassed and nobody there. He takes some contact in the middle, no whistle as Jaden Robinson will lay it in, and it's back out to a sizable lead for North Eugene, their largest at 6. 16-10, under a minute to go. Left side, Harrison Scott with the basketball, pulls up for another three. It's too long off the back of the iron, and the rebound pulled down over the top of Jaden Kemmerly. Up the floor quickly, driving underneath. Fisher kicks it out, a left side three. Splash it in for Jaden Robinson. And a quick run here. It's out to a 9-point lead for North Eugene. And with 31 seconds to go in the first quarter, head coach Brett Nixon is calling the first time out for Roseburg. Jaden Robinson splashes that one in, makes it 19-10 with 31.6 to go in the first quarter. Roseburg has kept it close through much of this period, but with the starters, the guys that I presume are the starters for North Eugene, getting out there and getting some quality minutes here in the second half of this first quarter. North Eugene starting to pull away and defend their 11-1 record. They're up by 9 here in the first quarter. Break in the action. We've got the end of the quarter break coming up here momentarily. Tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. And tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. So Roseburg will have the basketball out of the timeout. They'll inbound from just next to the North Eugene bench. They work it around the perimeter, try to get into the left corner for Harrison Scott. It is tipped out by Day Ireland. And Roseburg has it to inbound on the near side. Shot clock turned off with 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. 19-10, North Eugene in front. Baseline cutter not there for Kemmerly. Back out to the top for Sprague. Work it around to the right side at the wing. Lobo picks it up, dumps it underneath to Sprague. His turnaround jumper is redirected out of bounds. 15.3 left on the first quarter clock. The shot redirected out, and I think maybe North Eugene's coach, Blake G., trying to plead the case that maybe Sprague was the last to touch it. The inbound went to Sprague. North Eugene thought he traveled. Get it to Kemmerly. Off of 1 foot, no good. 8 seconds to go here in the first. Driving up the floor behind the back dribble. Dump it off far side to Ireland. He gets into the lane. Makes the kick out to Fisher on the far side at the horn. And he will put it in for 3. A 3-point bucket at the end of the first quarter will make it a 12-point lead for North Eugene, 22-10. Back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Headed to the second quarter here. It is 22-10. And the 12-point lead, the largest of the night for North Eugene. Tonight's game is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. North Eugene traversing the floor towards us here in the corner at North Eugene High School, wearing their home whites. They will have the basketball. A 3 from the right wing is off the mark. Big rebound underneath. Put back, no. It's Sprague that had it, fighting with Zach Fisher. Jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor Roseburg. So the Indians will get a stop on the opening possession of the second quarter. Harrison Scott, Tristan Frabel, Jaden Kemmerly, Preston Sprague, and Marcus Lobo out on the floor for Roseburg to start the second quarter. Sprague gets it left of the top of the key. Push pass across the floor to Frabel. Goes around a screen, tries to pick and roll, dumps it over the top. Ball knocked away by Jordan Gray. And it'll stay with Roseburg. 17 on the shot clock. 30 seconds have ticked off here in the second quarter. Inbound from the baseline for Scott. Lobs it out to the top. Frabel will come to get it into the left corner for Kemmerly. Kemmerly driving, spin move, double team, pass into the middle is taken away. Up the floor comes Robinson. Nearly had it poked away, had an off-balance shot. Lost the handle on it there for Robinson. He thought he had gotten fouled. I kind of heard a slap, so I kind of wonder if he was right. Scott goes all the way to the rim, but his shot fouls off. And it's up the floor comes North Eugene. Driving in, Gray got to the rim. This time a whistle in favor of North Eugene. It's going to be the first team foul on Roseburg, and I didn't catch who he said the foul was against. And they're not going to put it up on the scoreboard for me, so shooting 2 at the line is Gray. He will hit his first. Coming in is Dallin Morgan. He will check in for Damon Keith. And Gavin Michael comes in for Roseburg for Jaden Kemmerly. Second free throw is good as well. And there's 2 points to make it 24-10 in favor of North Eugene. A 3 from the top of the key by Lobo off the mark. Up the floor comes the Highlanders into the far corner. A 3 by Robinson is good, his second of the game. And it's out to a 17-point lead for North Eugene. Angling into the lane, a scoop shot off the mark. Had a defender all over him was Marcus Lobo. Up the floor, Gray behind the back dribble, passes it away. Far side, a 3, back iron, no, long rebound out. It's collected by Morgan to the top. Gray will pull the trigger on a 3, and he knocks it down. Jordan Gray with his first 3. And it is out to a 20-point lead in the blink of an eye for the Highlanders. On the left side, Gavin Michael harassed. Pass a long way across the floor. The ball ends up in the hands of Frabel. Out to the top to Sprague. Short pass to Scott. Step back 3. Launches and misses everything. 5:59 to go here in the first half. It is 30-10. North Eugene has exploded for a healthy lead here in the first 16 minutes. Driving in, underneath, reverse shot, no good for Robinson. Rebound for Gavin Michael, got it up the floor to Scott, who gets it to Sprague. Sprague has his shot taken away from behind, and then up the floor, angling right to the rim goes Gray, Jordan Gray for 2, and it's 32-10. Back and forth action there. Scott with a 3 from the right corner off the mark, and it is pulled down by Grant Harris. Harris dishes it, driving in a one-handed flush from Zach Fisher, and the emphatic dunk will make it a 24-point game as North Eugene is showing their dominance out there on the floor here in this second quarter. Timeout taken by Roseburg. It's a full timeout. Let's get in a 30-second break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Roseburg basketball on the Score, brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by McClendon Smokehouse on West Harvard Avenue. Out of the timeout by Roseburg, they'll have the basketball trailing 34-10. Frabel gives it away right side. Brown will bounce it into the corner, back to Frabel. The 2 guards get stuck in the far corner. Brown trying to drive baseline now, has it taken away on the floor to get to it. The ball might have touched the baseline. North Eugene's bench yelling about it. But Roseburg in the corner, trapped and frantic. They give it away. Fisher drives, baseline pull-up jumper, rattles out. Rebound is secured by Sprague. Roseburg gets the stop. Brown brings it across the timeline. Angles back to his right. Pushes it into the corner to Michael. Lobs it back to the top to Sprague. Open look at a 3 for Frabel. And Tristan Frabel, 4-3, will get Roseburg their first points in a while. 34-13 is our score. Frabel with that bucket, his first 3 of the night. Answering on the other side, no. A rebound pulled down by Sprague after the miss by Morgan. Left side, Gavin Michael's going to pull for a 3. He's all alone and didn't have anybody underneath the basket to help rebound as the ball spits back out. Fisher dumps it underneath, almost on the baseline, into the corner. Robinson drives in, gets position, and Jaden Robinson will get an easy 2. 36-13. Out to the top, to the left side for Lobo. Back to Frable on the right side at the wing. Sprague gets it at the top, whips it left side. A three by Brown, and it's Trey Brown getting in on the action. 36-16. Roseburg with a couple of threes here in the second quarter. Trying to answer. A three from the near corner is good for Dallin Morgan. And it is raining here inside the gym. Three-pointers dropping in for both sides. 39-16 is our score. In front is North Eugene in the second quarter with 3:17 to go. Out to the top, pass taken away by Fisher, and he gets hit by by Gavin Michael. And that'll be Michael's first, I do believe. And it is on Gavin Michael, his first. And it's going to be an inbound here on the near baseline. I guess we had some substitutions there. You've got Ramirez into the game along with Gray, Fisher, Keith, and Ireland out there on the floor for North Eugene. Some fancy dribbling from Gray, and he gets himself into the lane. He pulls up right in front of the basket, and Jordan Gray will lay it in. Another two for North Eugene. They lead at 41-16. 25-point lead is the largest of the game. Driving in, shot off the mark for Brown. North Eugene comes up the floor, going right to the rim, coast to coast for Zach Fisher. He adds another two. 43-16 is our score. Frable, right-hand dribble, tries to split two defenders, loses the handle, taken away by Fisher. Fisher up the floor to Gray, step back for the three, and he knocks it down. This North Eugene squad is impressive. Up the floor, driving in, and it's Frable that will draw a whistle. 46-16, a 30-point lead. It was tied through the first half of the first quarter, but they bring in a number of guys that are probably the regular starters for North Eugene, and they have really stretched this one out. 2:07 to go in the second period. It is a 30-point lead for North Eugene. Frable on his second free throw. That one's no good either. Misses both. Rebound, though, for Roseburg. Frable will get a chance at a three, and it's too long. And the rebound pulled down by Ireland. In the near corner, and a travel call against Gray. Didn't get the basketball down in time. And a technical foul is called against Gray. So he will get a technical foul, and Roseburg will get technical free throws. Must have been something said after the travel call. Frable at the free throw line after missing two, misses here. Roseburg coming into tonight shooting 60% from the free throw line. And Frable is 0 for 4, misses both of the technical free throws. .46-16 is the score. North Eugene in front. Minute 50 to go. Frable at the top between the leg dribble. Feeds it into the corner for Brown. Finds the cutter. Egbert gets underneath. Bigger defender on him. He'll send it back out. Brown on the right side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. The ball taken away by Ramirez. Pushes it up the floor on the far side for Fisher. Out to the top, Gray, couple of jab steps, doesn't take off. Back to Ramirez from the wing, attacks in, has it stripped away, but a whistle. And it'll be a two-shot foul on Roseburg. It's going to be on Marcus. Lobo picks up his first, and it will send Chris Ramirez to the free throw line to shoot two. Ramirez averaging 3.3 a game, coming off of 4 points in the win over Caldera on Friday. His first one rattles out. Roseburg basketball is brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Minute 26 to go. One more free throw coming for Chris Ramirez. Right-handed shooter puts it up. It hits the front of the iron and will roll down. 47-16. Out at the top, offhand for Egbert, sends away Day Ireland. He gets control of the basketball again, into the corner. It's Kemmerly back into the game. He muscles his way to the free throw line, tried the turnaround Dirk Nowitzki jumper, and he gets redirected. Up the floor comes Gray, and Jordan Gray bumbling, stumbling, rumbling, and he gets right to the rim and is able to bank it in for two. 56 seconds to go here in the first half of this ball game. 49-16 at North Eugene in control. Jumper from the free throw line is off by Frabel. Gray with it, attacking down the right side of the lane, finishes with the right hand. And Jordan Gray will make it over 50 points in the first half for North Eugene. Baseline jumper for Gavin Michael, too strong. Weak side rebound for Egbert. He goes back up, draws a whistle, but can't get the two. 51-16. It'll be Gannon Egbert at the free throw line. Hits the first. Roseburg is now 2 for 7 from the free throw stripe. Second rims out. 2 for 8. 26 seconds to go in the first half. Gonna launch a three, and why not? Damon Keith will put in another one for the Highlanders. 54-17. Brown brings it up through the center circle, angles left side, gives it to Kemmerly. Circles around, back to the top of the arc. Egbert gets it to Lobo. Dribbles to the top of the key. 3 seconds to go. From just inside the arc, puts up a turnaround jumper off the mark, and we go to the halftime break. It is 54-17. North Eugene really shuts things down against Roseburg and explodes offensively for a big lead here at the break. Our score is 54-17. North Eugene in control. Roseburg held to just 5 points in the second quarter. 32 for North. We'll come back with the halftime show, and we'll recap the first half of the action for you here tonight, and we will get you ready for the second half. At the break, it's 54-17. North Eugene in front of Roseburg here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
At the break, Our score, 54-17. Joey Keeran here with you. This is Roseburg High School basketball here on The Score. Tonight's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and joining us for today's broadcast. Roseburg taking on North Eugene. And appreciate whether you're tuning in on the radio or if you're joining us on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you coming in for the broadcast here tonight. If you are not aware, we do stream our broadcast live on YouTube. You can head to 1490 The Score on YouTube and follow us there. Hit the subscribe button and also make sure you hit that bell notification so that you know you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports here on The Score. That's our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. Young man out there, I don't know what he did. He just hit a three before the countdown went off here at halftime as they do some sort of contest here at halftime at North Eugene High School. Our score, 54-17. Plenty of three-pointers going down for North Eugene as they take a big lead. This one, early on, we had guys that I'm guessing, I don't know the reason, but I'm guessing some regular starters did not start tonight. Zach Fisher, Jordan Gray, and Jaden Robinson are all returning all-league selections. None of them started tonight, but they all checked in midway through the first quarter. And once they did, things really started to turn for North Eugene. Roseburg went back and forth with the Highlanders for a while in that first quarter, led by a point and kept it close for a good portion of it. But down the stretch of the first quarter, North Eugene would really start taking off, and the Highlanders would stretch it to as much as a 12-point lead in the first quarter, leading 22-12 heading to the second. In the second quarter, they really clamped down defensively, and they continue to pile it on offensively. They outscore Roseburg 32-5 in the second quarter, and it's a 54-17 lead here at the halftime break. North Eugene with 7 made threes in the first half. Roseburg with 3 in that first half. At the free throw line, Roseburg 2 for 8 from the stripe. And for North Eugene, they were 3 for 4. Neither team was in much foul trouble. Roseburg used a couple of timeouts in the first half. 54-17 our score here at the break. That is the largest lead of the game for North Eugene. We're going to go ahead and take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will take a look at individual scoring from the first half of tonight's ballgame, so don't go anywhere. Roseburg trailing against North Eugene, 54-17 at the break here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At the break, a hefty lead for North Eugene against Roseburg in this non-conference matchup. Joey Keeran here with you. 54-17 is our score, counting down just a couple minutes to go before the second half. Taking a look at scoring from this one in the first half for North Eugene. Leading the way with 18 is Jordan Gray. He's coming off of a 30-point performance in his last game, averaging 24 a game. He's got 18 in the first half. Also in double figures, Jaden Robinson with 10. 9 points for Zach Fisher, 2 points for Day Ireland, 5 for Dallin Morgan, 7 for Damon Keith, and 1 point in the game for Chris Ramirez. On the other side for Roseburg, leading scorer is Harrison Scott with 7. 4 points for Trey Brown, 3 for Tristan Frabel, 3 for Gannon Egbert. And that is the scoring in that first half for Roseburg. Roseburg trailing by its largest deficit in this game. And we'll see how they can do as the night continues here, trying to get back in, at least trying to make it respectable here. They knew they were going to be up against it. They're just trying to build some momentum. They've got Southwest Conference play right around the corner. Roseburg will be taking on Willamette in their conference opener on... We knew we'd be in the middle of the action here. Basketball coming our way there. Roseburg will be taking on Willamette in their Southwest Conference opener on Thursday. Just a quick reminder, we are going to be on the air again on Thursday when Roseburg is hosting Willamette for the conference opener. That game was originally scheduled for Friday. It has been moved to Thursday. So still at the same time, 6:45 for that one, but it'll be on Thursday instead of on Friday. Girls will be here in Eugene to take on the Wolverines. Boys will be at home. Up next for North Eugene, they're taking on Crater to start Midwestern League play. That'll be at Friday at 5:30 down in Central Point for the Highlanders. Only one loss on the season for this North Eugene club. North Eugene lost to Jefferson in a fairly tight one, 78-66. I was back on December 27th. Started the season on a 9-game winning streak, did North Eugene. All right, here we go. Back to action. Start the second half. North Eugene has the basketball to begin the second half. A three-point shot off the mark. And Roseburg will get the basketball. Bringing it up to the near side. Kemmerly out to the top. They work it all the way around the floor to the far side. Back to the near side for Scott. Steps around the defender. Drives to the top. Underneath, they found Kemmerly open. And the shot off the mark. Up the floor goes Harris. Pass right side. A three by Ramirez. Too strong. Long rebound. Trying to save it back in was Gray. But he steps on the line and the ball hit the sideline. So it's out of bounds to Roseburg. No scoring in the first 41 seconds of the second half. Roseburg out on the floor to start the second half. You've got Brown, Kemmerly, Sprague, Egbert, and Scott. Scott's going to launch a three from the left side. Harrison Scott will get his second three of the ball game. And Roseburg at 20 points, 54-20. Into the corner, driving in. Gray makes the pass underneath. He gets it to Fisher, who lays it in, draws a whistle, and will head to the line for a traditional three-point play. That'll go on Kemmerly. Good crowd here tonight at North Eugene. Nice to see the Roseburg faithful making the trip up. Free throw rattles out for Fisher. So he does not get the three-point play, 56-20. Launching a three, it rims out on the attempt by Brown. Loose ball, though, taken away, and Egbert will get an easy lay-in. Some good defense in the right spot at the right time for Gannon Egbert. Driving in, Gray kicks it back out into the corner. Robinson driving in, a whistle, blocking foul against Roseburg. on the ground. The foul, I believe, is on Gannon. His first. Second team foul against Roseburg here in the third quarter. First free throw does go down for Jaden Robinson, his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Second one, no, it will not fall. 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. Rebound was pulled down by Preston Sprague. Harrison Scott dumps it, draws a double team, dumps it over the top to Kemmerly, but he can't finish as he faced defensive pressure in the middle. Up the floor comes Fisher, hooks a pass into the far corner for Robinson. Back down to Fisher underneath. Defense got out of position, and Fisher gets an easy spin move to the basket for the lay-in. Up the floor quickly goes Egbert on the other side. Can't get the ball to go down, but he does get a whistle. And we'll head to the free throw line with 5:53 to go here in the third quarter. Roseburg trailing 55-29. First team foul here in the third quarter for the Highlanders. At the free throw line is Gannon Egbert, who hits the first. Egbert was 1 of 2 from the stripe going into this appearance at the line, and he will hit both of them. He's 3 for 4. 59-24. Roll the ball out towards midcourt. Fisher, one-hand push pass into the corner for Ramirez. He drives in, hangs in the air, kisses it off the glass, and lays it in. 61-24. Ramirez, his first field goal of the night. Driving into the corner, double team on Scott. His pass is taken away. He was harassed, but now Roseburg steals the outlet up the floor. Harrison Scott, he gets the bucket off the glass and draws a whistle. He'll head to the line. Roseburg with some good defense in transition as North Eugene tries to go up the floor. Roseburg's been able to get a couple of takeaways and get some good looks at some easy baskets. And that will earn Harrison Scott 2 and a trip to the free throw line. And he does get the and 1. It is 61-27. Left corner, Robinson out to Fisher. Gray, jab step right, launches a straightaway 3, and will sink it. Jordan Gray makes it 64-27. Driving in, Harrison Scott pull up in the lane. He flushes one down. That mid-range jumper for Harrison Scott is pretty deadly. He's got a soft touch with his shot, that's for sure. Robinson left side, toss back out to the top. That is Harris. He hand overhead, flips it into the corner, gets it to Gray, who drives in, throws one at the rim, and Gray will rattle one in. Up the floor near corner, Kemmerly double team, jump stop behind the back pass. Does make its way to its target. Kemmerly launches a corner 3. Jaden Kemmerly splashed one in for his first points of the night. 66-32. Roseburg trying to not let the lead get any larger, and right now able to do that. A 3 from the corner by Robinson. No, weak side rebound pulled down by Fisher. He gets underneath, and that looked like all ball from here. Preston Sprague, though, does get whistled for the foul with 4:11 to go in the third quarter. It's a 37-point lead at halftime. Roseburg's cut into it a bit, trailing by 34. At the free throw line will go Zach Fisher, and he hits the first for his first free throw of the night. Damon Keith and Dallin Morgan will check in, along with Day Ireland for North Eugene. And we're going to get a timeout down on the floor with 4:11 to go here in the third quarter. North Eugene calls the timeout, leading this one 67-32. Tonight's game is brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC. Well, with 4:11 to go, just a 30-second timeout, we're going to keep it right here. North Eugene last year made it into the first round after finishing second in the Midwest League, went 16-9. They lost to Crescent Valley in the first round. They did get revenge, beating Crescent Valley 64-33 last week. This North Eugene team, they're going to be one prime to make a run in the 5A classification. They returned 11 players from last year's team. So this is an experienced group playing for the Highlanders this season. One of those guys is senior Zach Fisher. Last year against Roseburg only had 3 points. He's into double figures here tonight. He's at the free throw line trying to add to it, and he will. Hits the second. That makes it 68-32. Out at the top, Harrison Scott dribbling away from Day Ireland, gives it up to Kemmerly. Kemmerly looks for the baseline passer. Scott gets there, but gets trapped on the baseline. Does stay in bounds and gets a pass to Kemmerly. Kemmerly backs his way down. Oh, he had a man open. Tosses instead to the far side to Scott. He drives in, hangs in the air, off the glass, too hard. Rebound pulled down by Morgan. Up the floor goes North Eugene. Offhand, Fisher pushes the defense away. Bounce out to Morgan. Morgan gets it back on the left wing, launches a three off the back iron, and the rebound goes right to Harrison Scott. Under the midway point of the third quarter, 68-32, North Eugene in front comfortably. On the far side, Day Ireland marking against Harrison Scott. He saw Kemmerly cutting. He can't get it to him, though. Taken away by Gray up the floor, and he goes right to the front of the rim with no one challenging him. Gray will lay it in, and he will take it to the largest lead of the night for North Eugene at 38. Nice spin move, catch, spin move, roll to the hoop, but he can't get it to go. Now a whistle underneath. It's going to be Roseburg basketball. Foul called. Thought. I'm not sure if they called a foul or just said that it was out off of North Eugene. Inbound goes right to Kemmerly. He launches a quick three. Shot no good, but he follows it up, steals away his own rebound. He throws up another. It's off the back iron. High rebound is pulled down by Ireland. And Day will bring it up the floor on the left side. Angles, gives it away into the corner. Keith puts it on the deck, sends it all the way across the floor to Morgan. His three rattles off the front of the iron. And with the rebound is Egbert. Brown on the near side, works his way back to the top, pass it away at the far wing. Scott gives it to Sprague. Sprague looking on the near side, wants to get it to Kemmerly, and finally does. Kemmerly pick and roll with Sprague, goes right to the rim and lays it in. Preston Sprague, his first field goal of the night. Slowing things down now, North Eugene with 2:13 to go, leading it 70-34. Into the far corner, another three. It goes around and around and down for Dallin Morgan. 73-34. And the ball now taken away on the other side. Roseburg got trapped on the baseline, lost it. Ireland drives in, launch it back out, looking for another one, and he gets it. Dallin Morgan from the same spot hits again, and it's 76-34. Up the floor, Egbert leaked out. He lets the defense go by. That ball went around 4 times before it falls through for Gannon Egbert, who's got a big night going for Roseburg here tonight. Unfortunately, it's just not quite enough in a lopsided game right now in favor of the Highlanders. Gray tosses it across the floor, back out. Morgan's going to try another one. He's got the hot hand. He's hit 3 in a row, and it's 79-36. 43-point lead. Scott in the far corner. Lobs underneath for Sprague. Sprague turns around and rolls it over the front of the iron. And Preston Sprague getting in on the offensive activity just a bit. 79-38. Keith into the corner, a three, and a kiss off the glass and then rattle it down. The bank was open. Leaking up the floor is Brown, and his shot no good. That was a 4th 3 in a row for Morgan. And the ball got loose. It goes into the hands of Egbert, who has been all over the place here in this third quarter. So it is 82-40. Dallin Morgan has hit 4 in a row. They're going to give it up this time in the corner. It's Keith. His shot no good. Sprague got the rebound. His outlet pass tipped, but Kemmerly gets it. He steps back behind the three-point line, launches, and it's short. It's Ireland with the rebound. Up the floor on the far side, gets in the lane. The runner, no, missed everything with the rebound. Brown up the floor, 7 seconds, and a reach-in foul going to be called. It'll be on the floor, as Damon Keith tried to apply some defensive pressure against Trey Brown as he made his way up the floor. It'll be the third foul against North Eugene. And Roseburg basketball with Harrison Scott inbounding on the near side. Into the front court for Brown. He attacks with the right hand to Egbert in the corner. Back out to the top. A three before things went. The bucket goes down for Scott, but it's after the horn. And Roseburg will go into the third quarter trailing 82-40. We'll come back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Start the fourth quarter. I believe we get a running clock here. And Roseburg with the basketball. Out to the top works Trey Brown. 82-40 is our score. Largest lead has been 43. In the far corner, Kemmerly shot off the back of the iron, no good. The clock does continue to run. Foul called against North Eugene. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball here on the Score. Inbound goes to Roseburg. Kemmerly gets underneath, whips it into the corner to Egbert. His shot off the mark, up the floor goes North Eugene, and right to the rim will go Jaden Robinson. 84-40. Roseburg coming off of giving up 106 points in their last game. This is another high total that they are not going to be happy about. Ball taken away by North Eugene's Ireland. Poked out of the hands of Kemmerly. Ireland will bring it up the floor through the center circle. Pass away, lobs it into the left corner. Whip a pass across the floor. Three from the far corner is good for Robinson. And North Eugene not letting off the gas. They continue to press. 87-40. They are on fire from behind the arc. Three from the far side in the corner is Frabel. Tristan Frabel gets his second three of the night. 87-43 from the top. Morgan heat check, and he cooled off a bit there. That ball rims out. Kemmerly works his way up the floor. Angles to the baseline, out to the top for Scott. Scott on the dribble, takes off, gets underneath, throws it up with the left hand. It rolls off underneath. We had a battle for the basketball. And we call the foul. Damon Keith is going to get called for the foul. He didn't quite understand where that foul call was made, but inbound, Kemmerly around a defender, pulls up at the free throw line, off the left iron, tipped around. It's Lobo, but he can't get to the loose ball. Up with it, Robinson up the floor, right to the rim, and lays it in. 89-43, up the floor, sneaking out in front of everybody with Sprague. He gets hit by Fisher at the rim. And Zach Fisher's going to pick up the foul. 5:16 to go. They do stop the clock. I guess maybe they stop it for fouls. The running clock in high school basketball is a bit of a new thing. As Preston Sprague at the line makes the first of his two free throws. Got some new guys back into the game and some new names. Eli Lusher will check in. So does Mateo Rivas. Grant Harris into the game as well for North Eugene. So some guys from down the bench. Second free throw for Sprague, no good. Rebound was pulled down by Fisher. He brings it up the floor, running the point into the corner for Harris. 89-44 our score. Toss on the far side. Tried to step back for Ramirez. He does not pull the trigger. Now Fisher gets an open look at a three, and the big man will drain that one. Fisher will make it 92-44. Pull up three. Frable's shot does not go. Rebound, though. Able to get the basketball to himself. Tipped out on the miss now from Scott. Launch a three by Sprague. Scott gets another offensive touch. And underneath, he will send one up as he flips it to the iron and lays it in. 92-46. Fisher out at the top, had it poked away. Diving for it was Frable, and he gets a steal. Gets it to Scott, sends it into the corner, nobody home. And Harrison Scott got caught in the air and didn't have anywhere to go with it. Clock now does continue to run, so I guess on free throws they will stop it. Zach Fisher will check out of the game, and Dallin Morgan will come back in for North Eugene. Grant Harris will run the point, bringing it up the floor. Left side, catch and shoot from the wing for Ramirez. No, underneath Sprague gets the rebound. Quickly gets it to Frable, who brings it up the floor, tries to split two defenders, and lost the handle. He ends up on the deck. Harris ends up with the basketball. He goes up the floor and will lay it in. Harris makes it 94-46. On the right wing, driving baseline goes Lobo, kicks it into the far corner. Attacking was Michael, back out to Scott. Scott will launch a three. Harrison will hit his third three of the ball game, 94-49. At the free throw line, driving in from the left elbow, got around the defender, gets the bucket, 96-49. And I don't know why we have a stoppage in play, but they are going to bring in guys off the bench. Clock continues to run, so we're down to 2:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. As this game, we're going to just barely get over 60 minutes for this contest. It's been a fast-moving game. As driving baseline, bumped. Tristan Frable ends up on the ground, and it's not a shooting foul, so Roseburg will get it on the baseline to inbound. Lob it out to Michael. Gavin will draw it out. On the near wing, Frable steps into a three. It was flat, rolls off. Parker Rogers has checked into the game, so has Ben Palm. Driving Ramirez off the mark. Rebound tipped by Chartier and saved back in for North Eugene. Dallin Morgan gets it. 2 minutes to go. Out to the top. A three off the mark for Jamison Woodard, a sophomore who has gotten into the game. Chartier, Frable, Rogers, Michael, and Palm out there on the floor. Head fake, drive in. Frable gets to the rim and will finish his first 2-point field goal. Roseburg's over the 50-point mark, 96-51. Out at the top with it, Woodard to the free throw line, stops, gives it up. Driving baseline is Lusher. Got it to Ramirez, fakes left, goes right. His shot hangs on the iron, no. Rebound tipped around, Chartier with it. Gets it to Frable, juggles it a bit, comes up the floor on the right wing with 1:18 to go. Frable drives, kicks into the corner for Palm. Palm back out to the top. Chartier there for it. He had it taken out of his hands. Ramirez up the floor, will sail to the rim and lay it in. It's 98-51, and I think North Eugene is wanting to get to triple digits. Now that would be the second team to do so against Roseburg if they can. 54 seconds to go. Driving in, Palm, his shot a bit off. Down with the rebound is Woodard, and the fans are getting into it. Looking for triple digits. A deep three by Morgan is good. his 6th three of the night, and it's 101-51. North Eugene in front big. Second consecutive game that Roseburg will give up 100 or more. Bounce it down to Palm, had it poked out from behind, back to Michael, circles around to the free throw line, underhands it to Rogers on the near corner. Rogers drives right hand, baseline, back out to Chartier. Chartier out to the top with 9 seconds, a three by Frabel, front iron no. Chartier had the ball tipped out of his hands, it gets saved right back to him, but he's too strong with the bucket underneath, and the bench was hoping that Chartier would get a chance. 101-51 is your final score, as North Eugene showing their dominance here tonight. That's a good team as they will shake hands. 101-51 your final score. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the post-game show to wrap this one up for you on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Final score 101-51, a 50-point victory for North Eugene over Roseburg here tonight. This one just, North Eugene is really good and they're deserving of the ranking. I forgot to look it up, and my cell signal here in the building is not great, so I haven't been able to get there, but they've got to be one of the top teams at the 5A level in the coaches poll. They improved to 12-1 on the season, and they definitely are going to be a team to watch in the 5A level. Roseburg will go to 0-12, longest losing streak in quite some time for the Tribe. Again, the final score 101-51. We're going to go ahead and we've got a break. We didn't have a lot of stoppage in this one, so we got one more break to get to. We're going to go ahead and take it right now. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with individual scoring on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Final score here from North Eugene High School, 101-51. Joey Keeran here with you. We're going to wrap things up here quickly and get ourselves packed up and on the road here tonight. Taking a look at scoring real quick here. Unofficial numbers, 25 for Jordan Gray tonight. I believe he's the leading scorer for North Eugene. 21 for Dallin Morgan, who hits 6 3-pointers in this one. 18 for Zach Fisher. You had 18 for Jaden Robinson. And then 7 for Damon Keith, 5 for Chris Ramirez, 4 for Grant Harris, 2 for Day Ireland in this one tonight. On the other side for Roseburg with a team-high 20 points, Harrison Scott. Also in double figures, Gannon Egbert with a season high at 11 points. So congratulations to him. He had a big night, opportunistic at times. 5 points for Preston Sprague, 4 for Trey Brown, 3 for Jaden Kemmerly, 8 for Tristan Frabel, and that, I believe, is the scoring tonight for the Roseburg Indians. Up next for North Eugene, they're going to begin Midwestern League play as they travel to Crater on Friday to tip off at 5:30. For Roseburg, it's going to be coming up on Thursday. Again, a programming note, Roseburg's game later this week to start out conference play has been moved from Friday to Thursday. So tune in on Thursday night with pregame at 6:30 as Roseburg welcomes in Willamette to begin Southwest Conference play. That'll be a 6:30 pregame, 6:45 tip-off there. We do need to say thanks to some of our sponsors like Waldron's Outdoor Sports. With hunting season and fishing season, you're always thinking about that. I know you are. So check out their gear at the new location of Waldron's Outdoor Sports at 450 Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. Tonight's game also brought to you by Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. And Roseburg Country Club, a sponsor of Roseburg High Sports here on the Score, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Do want to say thanks to Winston Auto Care, our stat sponsor for the broadcast. Winston Auto Care, your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. Give them a call at 541-679-8685. And again, a thanks to Southern Septic Service, our sponsor for the starting lineups. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and proud to support our local sports teams. Tough one tonight for Roseburg. Second game in a row, they give up over 100 points. They'll continue to try and get better on the defensive side as they get ready to take on the Wolverines. It's going to do it for us here tonight from North Eugene High School. Big thanks to the Highlanders for hosting us this evening. Thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Brett Nixon, and the entire Roseburg boys basketball team for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on the Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We'll catch up with you on on Thursday night when Roseburg welcomes in the Willamette Wolverines to begin conference play. Tip off at 6:45. Pregame coverage starts at 6:30. You can find the action streaming with video online at 541radio.com, and you can find the broadcast right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM.